Ever wondered how you can work less but achieve more? This isn't just a fanciful dream, it's a reality that many are embracing, challenging the traditional 9-to-5 work model that has dominated our lives for so long. Today, we're going to introduce you to a revolutionary concept, a book that has taken the world by storm, The 4-Hour Workweek, by Timothy Ferriss. This isn't just a book, it's a guide, a roadmap to achieving more by doing less. It's about optimizing your life, your work, and everything in between, making it incredibly relevant in today's fast-paced, always-on world. It's about breaking free from the shackles of conventional work models and stepping into a world where time is abundant, and productivity doesn't mean burning the midnight oil. So, are you ready for a paradigm shift? In the next few minutes, we'll go through the key chapters of this life-changing book. Ferriss's book starts with two powerful concepts: liberation and elimination. These twin principles lay the foundation for the 4-hour workweek and help us break free from the shackles of traditional work models. Let's start with liberation. In the conventional sense, we often equate work with a physical location, an office, a factory, a shop. But Ferriss challenges this outdated notion. He proposes a radical idea. Why not liberate ourselves from the 9-to-5 grind and the geographical constraints of a workplace? With the advent of technology and digital connectivity, it's more feasible than ever to work from anywhere, at any time. The key is to focus on output, not hours logged. Now, this kind of liberation might sound like a dream come true, but it requires a significant mindset shift. It requires us to question the norms we've been conditioned to accept, and to embrace the possibilities of a new, flexible work model. And most importantly, it requires us to prioritize our life's passions over the incessant demands of a traditional job. Which brings us to the second concept: elimination. It's not about cramming more work into fewer hours. Instead, it's about eliminating unnecessary tasks and focusing on what truly matters. It's about recognizing that productivity isn't about being a workaholic. It's about being a resultsaholic. Ferriss introduces us to the Pareto principle, or the 80-20 rule, which we will delve into more in Scene 4. The essence is this: 80% of your outputs come from 20% of your inputs. In other words, a small number of tasks are responsible for a large portion of your results. Identify these tasks, concentrate on them, and eliminate the rest. It's a simple yet revolutionary idea. By eliminating the unnecessary, we can free up time, reduce stress, and increase productivity. We can create a work-life balance that doesn't sacrifice success for sanity. Remember, it's not about being busy, it's about being productive. Ever thought of outsourcing your life? A radical question, but one that Timothy Ferriss poses in his book, The 4-Hour Workweek. Outsourcing, as Ferriss introduces, is not just for multinational corporations. It's a tool for anyone who wants to reclaim their time and focus on what truly matters. It's about delegating tasks that consume your precious hours and energy to people who can handle them more efficiently. Imagine this scenario. You're an entrepreneur, and you're swamped with administrative tasks, customer service, website maintenance, and more. These tasks, while important, don't directly contribute to your business's growth. They're necessary, but they bog you down, keeping you from focusing on the big picture. This is where outsourcing comes in. It allows you to delegate these tasks to capable hands, freeing up your time to focus on strategic planning, marketing, or even just taking a well-deserved break. Outsourcing isn't limited to business tasks either. Consider your personal life. How much time do you spend on grocery shopping, cleaning, or other chores? What if you could outsource these tasks? Imagine the freedom you would have to pursue your passions, spend time with loved ones, or simply relax. Ferriss encourages us to evaluate our daily routines critically. Which tasks take up most of our time? Which ones can we delegate? By answering these questions, we can start to create a more efficient, fulfilling life. However, outsourcing isn't a magic pill. It requires careful planning, clear communication, and trust in the people to whom you delegate tasks. But with the right approach, it can be a game changer, providing you with more control over your time and life. Remember, time is our most valuable asset. Once it's gone, we can't get it back. So why not use outsourcing to make the most of it? In the grand scheme of things, outsourcing is about more than just saving time. It's about improving the quality of your life, focusing on what truly matters to you, and living more efficiently. Outsourcing is not just for businesses, it's for everyone. Let's dive into the 80-20th principle. Named after the Italian economist Vilfredo Pareto, the 80-20th principle, or the Pareto principle, is a rule of thumb that suggests a disproportionate relationship between inputs and outputs. In its simplest form, it means that 80% of the outcomes come from 20% of the efforts. Pareto discovered this principle when he noticed that 80% of the land in Italy was owned by 20% of the population. Now you might be wondering, how does this apply to day-to-day life? Well, it's more relevant than you might think. It could be as simple as realizing that 80% of your happiness comes from 20% of your activities, or that 80% of your profits come from 20% of your customers. Even in personal relationships, you might find that 80% of your satisfaction comes from 20% of your friends. The beauty of the 80-20th principle lies in its wide-ranging applicability. It's not just confined to economics or business, it's a principle that can be applied across different areas of life. And the key takeaway? It's all about focusing on what's truly important and impactful. If you're running a business, for example, it makes sense to identify that crucial 20% of customers who bring in 80% of your profits. Instead of trying to please everyone, put your efforts into satisfying these key customers, providing them with the best service, and nurturing these relationships. In your personal life, identify those activities that contribute the most to your happiness. Spend more of your time on those and less on the ones that don't bring as much joy. The aim is to maximize your satisfaction and productivity by focusing on the things that really matter. The 80-20 principle is a powerful tool for streamlining your life and work. It's about eliminating the unnecessary, managing your time better, and focusing on the things that bring the most value. So take a moment to reflect. What's your 20% that's giving you 80% of the results? Focus on the 20% that gives you the most results. Scene script. Are you on a low-information diet? Now don't go reaching for your kale smoothies and whole grain toasts just yet. We're not talking about food here. We're talking about your daily intake of information. In his book, The 4-Hour Workweek, Timothy Ferriss introduces the concept of a low-information diet. It's about limiting your consumption of non-useful information, and it's a game changer. Picture this. You're at a lavish buffet. There's an endless variety of foods, each more enticing than the last. But not everything on display is good for you. Much like this buffet, the world today is brimming with information, a large portion of which does nothing to enrich our lives. It's easy to overindulge and feel bloated, except, in this case, it's our minds that are getting stuffed. A low-information diet is about becoming selective with the information you consume. It's about choosing quality over quantity, about prioritizing information that's directly beneficial to your goals and discarding the rest. It's about cutting down on the time spent scrolling through social media feeds, aimlessly surfing the web, or getting lost in the vortex of sensationalist news. The benefits? They're manifold. For starters, you'll find yourself with more time on your hands. Time that can be used to focus on tasks that genuinely matter. You'll also notice a significant reduction in stress. Too much information can be overwhelming, leading to decision fatigue and anxiety. When you consume less, you worry less. And let's not forget about productivity. With fewer distractions, your ability to concentrate improves. You can maintain your focus on the task at hand, boosting your productivity and efficiency. It's like decluttering your house. You get rid of the unnecessary items, and suddenly, the place looks bigger, cleaner, more manageable. A low-information diet does the same for your mind. It declutters your thoughts, your worries, your distractions, leaving you with a clear, focused mind. So, take a step back. Analyze the information you're consuming. Ask yourself, is this serving my goals? Is this enriching my life? If not, it might be time to go on a diet. Cut out the noise, focus on the signal. So how can you work less and achieve more? Well, let's quickly revisit the key concepts from The 4-Hour Workweek by Timothy Ferriss. First, we have liberation and elimination. This is about freeing yourself from unnecessary tasks and focusing on what truly matters. Next, we discussed outsourcing life. This concept encourages you to delegate tasks, freeing up valuable time for higher priority actions or simply for relaxation. Then we dived into the 80-20 principle. This principle is about identifying the 20% of your efforts that yield 80% of your results. By focusing on these high-impact tasks, you can maximize efficiency. Finally, we explored the low-information diet. This encourages us to cut down on unnecessary information consumption, leading to a more focused, less cluttered mind. These concepts interconnect to create a more efficient, less stressful work life. They challenge conventional work norms and encourage us to rethink how we approach our professional lives. Remember, the goal is to work smarter, not harder. Embrace the 4-hour work week. Please consider liking and subscribing for more book summaries. Thank you so much for watching.